Hi, my name is Oya Klutson. Imagine you come home one night and call for your dog, but you see that he's dead on the floor. You start thinking about all the memories, all the moments and memories you had with your dog. You turn on the TV and they talk about animal cloning and use testimonies of people who lost their pets and decided to get them cloned. You start thinking to yourself, why don't I go do this? Because you believe that you will be getting the same pet you once had. Wrong. People think this way about animal cloning all the time. What most people don't know is that there is no such thing as an animal clone, an identical clone. Sure, they will look alike, but the pet will be different in every way. Today I would like to talk briefly about what animal cloning is, why it's so harmful, and why it should be illegal. Animal cloning is the production of genetically identical animals by nuclear transfer from somatic cells to unfertilized eggs. There are three different types of forms of animal cloning, which are DNA cloning, reproductive cloning, and therapeutic cloning. DNA cloning is the transfer of DNA fragments from one organism to a self-replicating genetic element. Reproductive cloning is used to generate an animal that has the same nuclear DNA as another animal. Therapeutic cloning is the production of human embryos for use in research. This first slide here shows the form of reproductive cloning. It shows that it has a domestic cat and a substitute mother. And the DNA is extracted from the gene cat, and the DNA mother, substitute mother, the substitute mother has her DNA removed from the egg and then is placed on a plasmid. Now that we have known what animal cloning is, now let's see why animal cloning is harmful. Cloning causes animals to suffer for both the clone and the substitute mother. Egg donors must have their ovaries artificially stimulated with hormone treatments, and their eggs need to be surgically harvested. Cloned animals are likely to be miscarried, have birth defects, develop serious illnesses, and die prematurely. For the surviving cloned animals, they tend to be much bigger than the original animal, which usually means they suffer from LOS, which stands for large orphan disorder. Clones that have LOS have very large organs, which makes breathing and blood flow difficult, which results into clones dying at an early age. According to a study by the National Academy of Science, it shows that from 242 pregnancies from cloned adult cattle, at least 174 were miscarried. Of the 68 that were born alive, 42 were still alive after the first week, and 5 out of the 42 experienced health problems other than high birth weight. By these numbers, it means that cloned animals experience health problems 85% of the time. Now that we have seen some of the dangers of animal cloning, let's see why it should be illegal. There are two main reasons why animal cloning should be illegal, and that is that it is inefficient and is very expensive. According to Alice Park from the Time magazines, more than 90% of all cloning attempts fail to produce a living clone. At least 95% of mammal cloning experiments have resulted in failures in the form of miscarriages. Animal cloning is very expensive, and prices differ depending on the size of the animal. First, you have to buy the actual gene, which can cost from $1,000 up to $2,500. Then you must pay for the procedure, which starts from $30,000 and can run all the way up to $355,000. One couple from Florida spent $155,000 to get a clone copy of their Labrador Retriever. One more reason why it should be illegal is its use for food. In 2003, the FDA announced that milk and meat from cloned animals are safe to eat, but still many consumers are opposed about cloned food. A survey from ABC News asked 1,000 random adults several questions about animal cloning. 66% disapproved of animal cloning for food. 88% disapproved of cloning animals for food when they learned cloning involves animals to suffer. 79% were unsure about the safety of food from cloned animals, and 63% of consumers would not buy cloned food even if it was labeled safe. In conclusion, I have discussed with you why animal cloning is harmful and why it should be made illegal. Thousands and thousands of animals are without homes and food today. So let's stop animals from being cloned and let's find them some homes. Thank you.
Thank you.